Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I decided to do an impromptu video to talk to you all about ways that you can raise your vibrations. In times like these, where our energy is shifting quickly and there's a lot of energy that we're all dealing with collectively, globally, on a planetary level, it is crucial that you learn to raise your vibrations so that you don't go down the rabbit hole. So, thank you for joining me as we talked about raising how to raise your vibration. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is a vibration and what is raising your vibration. So the first thing you need to know is that you are a vibrational being. What that means is that you are energy. You are made up of energy, just like everything else in this universe. Everything in the universe is, according to the law of vibration, everything in the universe is vibrating at a certain frequency, at a specific frequency. So that includes you. You have a unique frequency. I have a unique frequency. uh this wall has a frequency, this book has a frequency, so every single thing has a frequency, and energy is never static. It is always moving and is always shifting. This is why in a matter of hours or even a day we experience a huge range of vibrations, and not until we learn how to hone in on our original frequency or on our unique frequency, that not until we do that we experience a lot of up and down, and it can be very draining. It can be draining to the energy. So this is the law of vibration. The law of vibration states that everything in the universe is vibrating at a specific frequency, including you. So your job is to figure out what is that unique frequency. It's kind of like your sound. What is your sound? What is that very peculiar sound that you came here to sing and to be and to emanate, without the disruption of anything coming in, without you taking on a different sound because or different frequency because you've been told to. A lot of people are operating based on conditioning, unfortunately, based on what they were taught by society. All of us, actually, all of us are still operating on a lot of conditioning. And even the highest vibrational being on this earth, on this planet, think like the Buddha or the Dalai Lama, they are still learning because they're human. They're still learning to manage and to fine tune their frequency every single day because they're human. So it's really important to understand who you are, what resonates with you, and what doesn't. So for resonance, when you talk about resonance, it's kind of like saying, okay, well, you meet somebody and immediately in your being you feel like, oh, like, nope, this person's energy does not mesh well with my energy. So imagine you are here in this bubble and they are here in this bubble, and when they come close to your bubble, there's a clash. So that doesn't mean that they are bad. That doesn't mean that they are a bad person or it just means that your frequencies are not meant to work together in this lifetime. They're clashing. So in that moment, you can either do like the opposites attract and you you try to make it happen to learn a specific lesson, or you can simply be like, no, yes, but no thank you. Not for me. I'm gonna remove myself and kind of stay in my own energy without taking on that person's energy, etc. So I don't want to go too deep into that. I want to stay focused on ways that you can raise your vibration. So the first thing that everybody needs to know is, what does it feel when you are in your flow? What does it feel in details? If you can describe what it feels to be like in your flow, when you feel yourself, when you're like feeling so good and feeling so free and feeling so one with everything. So right now, think of a moment where you had that feeling. Think of a moment where you were just completely, you don't care about anything or anyone. You're just one with yourself and you're totally, all is well in your world. Describe how that feels. For me, I those moments, and like an image that always comes to my mind is me at the beach in Puerto Rico. It's one of my happiest places. I love Puerto Rico. If there are any Puerto Ricans watching me, I love you and I love your land so much. So I see myself in that beach and I remember how I was feeling. I was feeling in my element, water, the sun, both of my elements. There's fire, water. I was feeling peaceful, joyful, content, grateful, just emanating joy and just feeling at ease. And to me, that's my home frequency. When I feel like all is well and I'm flowing with the world and I'm able to take action when I'm inspired without feeling forceful. So that's how I get to know my home frequency and refine my home frequency, like my original unique frequency. So my teacher calls it home frequency, and it's beautiful, beautiful teaching. So thank you for that, Mariam Hasna. So what I recommend you do is, first, you need to tap in, whether physically or through meditation, to that happy place. You can create that happy place. You can visualize yourself, and you don't have to do this by yourself. You can look for a guided meditation. Perhaps I can create one for you all. Tap into that space where you feel at ease and generate that energy from within you, because it's always there, right? It's always there. So once you get to know that energy, then you start to cultivate it. So let's say you are flowing with life and then something happens that like triggers you, or that like gets you out of the frequency, out of your home frequency, your unique frequency. You need tools to get you back into that space. So for me, I created this 3-step vibrational process. That's what I call. And the 3 steps are: first, inquiry; second, inventory; and third, intervention. So here's how that goes. I'm going with life and then I feel like I'm way off my frequency. I am just way off. Perhaps I've taken on someone else's projections. Perhaps I didn't listen to my body when it was asking me to rest or drink water or whatnot, and I feel off. So the first thing I do is inquiry. I check in with myself. The question to go with that, and you can write these down, this 3-step vibrational process: inquiry, inventory, and intervention. The first one is inquiry. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? And just listen. And then follow up with, what does my soul or my body need the most right now? So instead of going around with stories, I feel terrible, I feel sad, this is happening, and creating stories, just stop and ask, how do I feel? What do I need the most right now? And just listen. Sometimes all you need is just to take a deep breath. Sometimes you just need to drink water. Sometimes you need to just stop everything you're doing and go meditate or call a friend or whatnot. So that's the first step. So once you listen, once you get that answer, intuitively you will receive that answer. Then you move into inventory. Okay? I feel, for example, I feel sad. What does my body need the most right now? What does my soul need the most right now? Comforting. Okay, so then you move into inventory. Then what you would do is scan your body. After you check in, you scan, and then you decide, you look for where in your body do you feel this energy, this sadness. Where in your body is your sad? Is it in your heart? Is it in your head? is it? It's really important to locate it and just tune into that space in your body. The body holds everything. So just by directing your attention to it, your energy to it, you acknowledge it and help that energy, that dense energy release. So that's inventory. You check with your body and you locate the spot. Then you move into intervention. And you ask yourself, what can I do right now to shift this energy? What can I do right now to shift this energy? And you can listen in, or you can go to the things that you love to do, your toolbox, your vibrational toolbox. Okay, and I'll talk about the toolbox in a bit. So the 3-step vibrational process is: first, inquiry, how do I feel today? What does my soul need today? 2, intervention, where in my body do I feel this energy? And inventory, where in my body do I feel this energy? And intervention, what can I do today, right now, to shift this energy? And then you move into action. But before you move into action, you gotta check in with your body. You gotta ask, you gotta inquire first, okay? So now I'm gonna move on to the toolbox. So what is a vibrational toolbox? So the vibrational toolbox is a hypothetical toolbox, or it could be a real toolbox of these things. Imagine like a list of all the things that you love to do that make you feel how your original frequency, your unique frequency feels. Joyful, content, at ease, in flow. What are these things that make you feel that, like remind you of that? So there's many things that can help you feel that, and it really depends on you. So I'm not going to tell you what should be in your toolbox, but I can give you some examples of things that are typically high vibrational, that bring you back to your frequency, that a lot of people use. So for example, meditation is key. Really powerful way to get back into your frequency. And just by tuning inwards, and listening in is more than enough to allow energy to move out. So meditation, being in nature is huge. Plant medicine, that includes like any sprays. Like for example, I have the Cleanse Yourself Palo Santo and Sage spray, and it has a lot of essential oils that help you just cleanse your energy field. So I would just spray it around me and just allow the plant medicine to support me and to cleanse me. I use my intention too. So this can also be like oils that you use, or herbal teas, or tinctures, or flower essences. Really any plant medicine that resonates with you, you can use it to help you shift your vibration. Yoga, exercising, qigong, which is energy. It's all about energy and qi, cultivating qi. Any body work, so imagine massages or acupuncture and that kind of stuff. Movement, so you can just free movement, dance, hanging out with high vibrational people, listening to high vibrational people, so whoever resonates with you, that makes you feel good after you listen to them, tune into their channel, because they're a channel, not literally the YouTube channel, but like, I'm the channel, for example, me, or someone that you resonate with. Okay. Any spiritual practice, rituals, cleaning your house, organizing your bedroom or your living room or your entire house is very high vibrational and can help you shift your energy. Any type of self-care that you like to do. Ideally, it's self-care that you do for you, as opposed to somebody doing it for you, and something a little bit more spiritual. Not to say that doing your nails isn't good, but just want to add that. Smudging, so cleansing, smudging is with Palo Santo or sage or any other resins and incense, and obviously be mindful of all the resources that are being over harvested, so use them with intention and keep that practice sacred. But smudging is really powerful as well. Gratitude journal. So gratitude is always in my toolbox because gratitude is one of the fastest ways you can raise your vibration. Playing outside in the sun, just being in the sun, listening to birds, smelling the air, the fresh air. Okay, even if you just stick your head out the window and smell the fresh air and just let the sun shine on you and just be grateful for that small moment where the sun is acknowledging you and you're acknowledging it. These little tiny practices are so big. Okay, what else? Water in all forms. Drinking a lot of water, taking baths, salt is also amazing. When you put salt and water together, it's like very high vibrational. Taking a salt bath and just soaking there, allowing the salt to pull the energy, the negative energy, the dense energy out of you is really powerful. Also playing with kids, playing with animals, just being silly. Silliness is very high vibrational. So I'm just giving you all examples. So this will be like your toolbox, and be mindful that, for example, today you might be resonating with meditation or yoga. And tomorrow you just want to be outside. You do not want to do yoga. You do not want to, move your body. Maybe you just want to write. Maybe you just want to laugh. Maybe you want to listen to or hang out with high vibrational people. So this is why it's important to not skip the step of inquiry and asking yourself, what is it that you need right now, instead of assuming and forcing your body into doing something. Because sometimes, let's say you don't feel right and you're like, I'm going to go to yoga because that's my go-to. Listen, if that's your go-to, that's great. But it's really important to start fine-tuning, because sometimes we put our bodies through things that the body doesn't know, and it makes it even lower in vibration. So sometimes you do something high vibrational, but you feel drained afterwards, and you're like, why am I feeling drained after this? Because this is supposed to be a vibrational thing, when the entire time your body is like, I don't need to sweat. I actually need water intake, and I just need you to drink water. So this is why it's important to follow the process. In my opinion, it's important to do an inquiry, an inventory, and then move into intervention. So these are some ways that you can raise your vibration. These are some ways that you can support yourself when the energy is high in the planet and there's so much going on. And honestly, we are all getting initiated into higher vibrations. No matter where you are, we're getting more and more energy sensitives, and that is so beautiful and so powerful, that we're now becoming aware that we're energetic beings, that we are sensitive to energy, and that we can, in fact, work with these energies that are coming into our field to cleanse, to process, to integrate. Anything that comes into our field has a lesson for us, and instead of pushing it out, we just need to listen to it, acknowledge it, locate it, and then take a specific action from our toolbox to help it move out or integrate or whatever else you want to do with it. So I think that's all I have for you now. That's all I have for you now. Oh, last thing I want to mention is that breathing is everything. So watch yourself when you stop breathing during the day. Like, you just hold your breath. You're just like, I do it sometimes and I have to catch myself and be like, Miriam, why are you holding your breath for? It's not like you're saving it for some other time. Like, use your breath now. So sometimes just breathing is all that you need to allow the energy to flow. This is all these practices that we do in energy work is to, and as we're awakening to our multidimensional selves and our energetic selves, all these practices is to help us get back in the natural flow of life, in the natural flow of our being. Because for so long, we humans have been going against the flow of everything. We're trying to control everything. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but we've been going against the flow, and we are really granted the beautiful opportunity right now to get back in flow and to remember what is flow, feeling like, especially when we have restrictions, when we are stuck at home and we can't do much, then you are forced to create joy and to create peace and to create contentment out of thin air. And once you learn to do that, then you can keep doing that all the time as you continue to ascend and awaken to different higher levels of vibration. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are called to join our online gatherings, please go to icuwellness.com and check out all the online gatherings that we have. We have energy work sessions. We're doing a cleanse, a sound bath journey where we go deep, deep within the psyche and within the soul to connect with our guides. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful session, one of my signature sessions. And I will also be teaching more about this energy work and what I just talked about. I'll be teaching a boundaries and energy management workshop. Will be specifically helpful for the energy sensitives. So if you're energy sensitive, please join the workshop and join any session that feels called to you. And I thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments if this was helpful, if you already know about this, if this is advanced or not advanced. I would like to know where you guys are at, where you all are at, pardon me. That way I can provide you with content that is relevant and that is not too basic. So if this is too basic, definitely let me know in the comments. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. You are powerful and I love you. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.